facility with it?
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems.
It's still running.
Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
Damn.
You've got a little time.
Yes.
That...
If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Colleagues, those are the dead people. Yeah, we know about them. What about Hephaestus?
Mr. Damon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
Okay.
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
No.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time.
Yeah, because of the swarm.
It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Okay.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated.
That's messed
It
up.
forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed.
Oh, fucking
A
hell.
chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
Again, thanks for the 19-month sub, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes.
Not all.
Thanks for the support, man.
Something
Welcome back to the tea party.
unexpected happened.
Scoopity scoop. Yep.
19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Yeah.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct?
So he's doing it to defend his machines.
that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure.
Damn
What are we
straight.
supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system.
Bring Gaia
Thus bringing
back.
Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Yep.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You
Is
could
it?
walk right up to them.
Okay.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible.
Game volume's
She
pretty
must
low.
have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become
Found it up
passive
for you there.
or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Metal flowers.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system.
Yeah.
Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
Okay.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Oh, you mean Delivery Simulator? Didn't know you've been playing that. Oh, Rhea.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence,
Okay.
I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
Arthur.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other.
Maybe.
I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Alright.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk.
Right.
I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I mean, you've used your judgments so far, so
I
stick to
trust
it.
your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world?
Yeah, sure.
I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak.
Okay.
See how he's doing.
Where's he at? Oh, he went all the way outside.
Cold. Very cold. I get it.
Yeah, but this entire place is a frozen wasteland. Of course it's cold. Hey, guy.
My chieftain,
Just Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone,
Yeah.
and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow.
Yeah.
Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
So stubborn at times.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Okay. We might do that. I kind of really do want to do the main story again.
The nuke wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life.
Yeah.
Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We.
Oh, one step at a
We'll get
time.
there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion
Yeah.
is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Oh my god, Silence. Why you gotta be such a dick? Map. Right, before we head off to the next area, let's hand in the last two pigments and be done with this place. Yeah. The DLC was really interesting, I like that. We learned some stuff about Hephaestus. We got some pretty badass weapons out of it too. I get the feeling we're going to be stupidly over-leveled and overpowered for the final part of the story, but hey, I think it was worth. So we're going to go a bit longer with stream today than usual and just keep going. Ba-bum. Ooh, excuse me. What are you doing, cat? Being weird. Go to sleep somewhere. Okay.
Handle their bows.
Alright, the pigment is up there. And she's at the very top of this. It's a pain just to get to.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was
And God, this is the last time I'll ever have to make this climb.
The demon king's many lives before you brought it down. Those we lost must be removed.
A hard truth best learned early.
And up.
Songs of the least distinguished runners fade to silence.
Nearly there, last platform. Wait, what? Did she? He came down? What? Right, well, why couldn't you done that earlier? Hi.
Look at the marks. What do you see?
Ruins, I guess? Ruins overtaken by floodwater?
Interesting. I saw mountains and the last thaw of spring.
So, who's right?
Art doesn't work like that, Nora girl. When they talk about my work, it's always, is it past or future? Omen or celebration? Well, why does it have to just be one?
Okay, well. Here's your last pigments, my dear.
Good, good. These can go dark as bruises, or bright as indignation. I call them the faces of the elders.
Cool.
That's me.
Maybe it's a machine rider who looks like you.
Oh, nice.
Where's she going?
You tell me. To ruins or mountains, through flood or thaw, past, future, destiny. But I don't think she's scared of any of it. You helped me, inspired me, and the people of the Cut. Let this be inspiration for you, wherever you may run.
All right. Cool. Let's open up that box.
Snap this blue gleam off carefully.
All right. Is there any? We can go to the blue gleam vendor and pick up. Yeah, we've got 15 blue gleam we can use.
And because she held the light in the...
Hey up, mate. Don't want the outfits. Got all the weapons that I want, so... Sure. Oh, plant skins and goose skins, nice. Wow, okay, Banuk Gambler Box, cool. Take all. Can we, like, open all? It's gambling for shards, cool. Okay, that's enough. The Banuk nesting box, does this keep getting smaller? Game, please. Yeah. Please stop. Owlskins, a lone sock. This game's trolly, not gonna lie. Why is there a lone sock in that? That makes 0 sense. It's a shock one, a really good shock one. That's damage, shock, and freeze. Alright, well, off we pop. Damn, yeah, to the Sun King. I've not been Meridian in so long. Right. I don't think we've got much left to do today. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game ends, that's for sure. Come on, game. Let's go. Things to do, worlds to save. Are we? Yeah, we're all good on gear.
Don't pass up these. Leave
the rest. This way.
Buy what you need.
And it's weird not seeing snow. I like the Banuk. The Banuk people are pretty cool. And I also like the Oseram because they're like dwarves. But yeah. Banuk are badasses. Alright, where is the Sun King of Ard? Hey, buddy. Must really suck just sitting here staring at the city. I like it. Why?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target of Ard. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
Okay.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Yeah.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Okay. Talk to Blameless Marad. Where are you?
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the spire.
Okay.
Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Who came for me?
Don't be so humble.
I mean, we send the Nora here to help out.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us.
Nice.
You're welcome to tour the defenses.
I'm good.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
Right.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it.
No, I'm pretty ready.
Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
All right. Okay, we can review the places. Yeah, let's go review this one first down here. Don't know if that has any effect on anything, but hey. Is that? Oh, it's Petra! How you doing?
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
Nice, we have to make that really badass scrap cannon.
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Marad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Cool.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Okay. Okay, game. Okay. Yeah.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
That's a pretty badass weapon.
Have you just polished that armor, Uvid?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
Oh, it's Tib.
I told you I'd be here.
Not seen
You
him in
did,
ages.
Tub. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the spire.
Okay.
I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners.
Okay, cool.
Look for them when the fighting starts.
Perfect.
Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh, look. Hey, who do I think it is? It is.
Little Huntress. You called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met
spy
a few
master,
times,
after all.
and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
What?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun.
He's passionate.
I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all.
I don't know about that, but
I
at
said
least
I
put a
came
dent
for
in
you,
them.
but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
All right. Oh, wait, so, hang on. Notebook. Budget recording. Subject journal. File damage under repair. Repair. Wrap the inspection guy. Prime site construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Okay. It's just story about her. Okay. Going through the repairs. Launching Gaia. Cool. Halloween. Whoever came by to trick or treat dressed up like me. Could have seen that coming. Gave him half the eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat.